first want to bring up, there are a couple of references in this film to famous short stories.
Oh, okay.
Which I found fascinating, especially because, this feels like a short story. It's based off of a manga short story.
Is this something that you recognize while watching the film, or is it something that you found out when doing your research?
One of them was something I recognized while watching it, which was in the subtitles. So I don't know if it's a translation from Japanese that was translated into an English phrase that happens to be a direct reference to a short story that's very famous, or if it was literally that in the Japanese as well. One of them I read in school. The first one is Miguel and Heinz, who are two of the salvage space guys. Salvage space guys, their official title, I'm sure. And they arrive on this mysterious ship and they're pressing buttons on an elevator, which I guess the ship has. And they're standing in front of it. And Miguel says, well, what do you think? Is it going to be the lady or the tiger?
Yeah, I read that and I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah. The Lady or the Tiger is a famous short story that was first published in 1882. Essentially, there's this king who's kind of barbaric, and he has this punishment where he leaves it up to the fates. So it's kind of like a flip of the coin. So if somebody does a bad thing, they go into this arena and there are two doors and they're soundproof so you can't hear what's behind them. And behind one door is a tiger and behind the other door is a lady suited to the man.
Okay.
So the idea is if you're innocent, then the fates, the gods, will point you towards the door with the lady and you immediately get married and you go off and live your life. And obviously, therefore, if you are guilty, you pick the tiger and the tiger kills you. And the king finds out that his daughter has been canoodling with a gentleman. And so he puts the gentleman into the arena and his daughter finds out which door has the tiger and which door has the lady. But she finds out that the lady is somebody that she was quite jealous of because she felt like she was competing for this man's attention with this lady. He's looking to her because he knows that she knows which door is which. And then there's this inner monologue that she has discussing which one, because she's going to lose him either way. So is she going to lose him to death or lose him to this woman that she's terribly jealous of? And it's left unknown at the end.
Okay.
But some people say that she talks a little bit more about choosing the tiger.
What a bitch.
Hey, we don't know what she chose, okay? We don't know. So the other short story that we have is there are a couple of operatic songs that appear in this that Ava is singing, is the opera star that we find on this abandoned ship. And there's a couple of songs that she sings that are from famous operas. And one of them that's repeated a couple of times is from Madame Butterfly.
Okay.
And Madame Butterfly is based on a short story. This came out in 1904, the first time that the play was put on. And the idea is that an American is stationed in Japan and he is going to marry this 15-year-old Japanese girl. That was my first, oh no.
Hey, different times, different ages of consent.
But he wanted her as a placeholder until he could find an American wife.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he gets her pregnant and he leaves. And for 3 years, she's waiting for him and like decorating the place for him. And her sort of handmaiden's like, he's not coming back. Like, you need to start moving on. Yeah. And she doesn't believe him. And then she gets word from like this guy was trying to marry her off again. And she kept being like, no, he's coming back. I can't get married again. Oh, and that was the other detail, is that apparently the divorce laws in Japan were very lax compared to what they were like in America. So it's like, oh, I can get married and easily divorced. So this matchmaker who keeps trying to marry her off says that this guy is coming back. He has a letter that he's reading to her, but he can't handle finishing the letter to tell her why the guy's actually coming back. Because she's so excited about the fact that he's coming. And then he shows up with his wife, his American wife, and hasn't met his son before. And he's coming up to the house and then he sees that it's all decorated and all that. And he knows that it's for him and he can't handle it. So he leaves his wife to tell her
What a coward. What
Right?
a piece of shit guy.
And then she says that she's like, because Kate wants to raise the child. And
Kate's the American
Kate's
wife.
the American wife. And the woman's called Butterfly. Or her name is, it translates as Butterfly. And
Mariposa.
yeah, if it was Spanish. And she says that she's willing to give up her son if she can just see the man again. And then she blindfolds her child. She goes behind a screen and she kills herself with her dad's sword.
Wait, what happens in the end? She's like, I will give you the son if I can see the dad again. But then the dad just doesn't show up, so she kills herself?
Basically, yeah.
Wow. Now, do you think either of those short stories relate to the plot of this Magnetic Rose at all?
I mean, I think we have this operatic singer who's always kind of waiting for her husband to come back, or has this delusion of this love that she had for a man who didn't seem to be as into it as she was.
Yeah.
Also, like leading back to that Lady or the Tiger situation, I think there's this idea of like, wait, is she a lady or a tiger?
That's what I was going to say. She is both the lady and the tiger.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching that clip from the Anime Movie Podcast. Follow the links in the description below to hear full episodes, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more fun clips like this.